and we were trying to get a liver transplant. So we're going through all the process of getting a liver transplant. And because we were doing so much by going in and out of the hospital, I couldn't really hold my job. So I wasn't able to work like I should be able to work, because what I'm not going to do is leave my man of God in the hands of somebody else. I'm going to cover him while he's in the hospital. Amen. So while he was in the hospital, I was in the bed right next to him. So he's there 2 weeks, I'm right there 2 weeks, I'm learning his medicine, I'm learning how to read lab results, I'm learning how to defend him when the doctors come in and try to give him something he shouldn't have. So I was standing for my husband while he was in the sick bed, you know, and I would cover him, and then when he feel okay and he get back to his position, I'd submit back to my role where I'm supposed to be to let him leave, because that's what he's supposed to do, right? Exactly. So I covered my husband during that time, so I couldn't work. So because I couldn't work and accumulate the funds we're supposed to have, of course, we were behind on rent, behind on bills, was going through all this stuff. So, right now I have a book. I have a nonprofit called A Widow's Fight. I have my clothing line, which I'm wearing, not just to rock it and to promote it, but to let you know where the story is behind it. All these things sound so great and wonderful, and they're amazing, but it was birthed through that. All right. Through not knowing how you're going to pay for the bills. Yes. By watching your best friend and your husband deteriorate. By having faith and trusting God that he's going to be okay. But he's telling you, like, no, God's going to take me home. How do you even accept that? How do you deal with that? So we're going through all these things. And there was one time, before he passed, he was in the hospital. And I remember that time I went to go visit him and I went back home. And when I got home, our dog had run away. This is a dog that I really love. Okay, first time having a dog, so I get it when people are like, for their animals. But our dog ran away. And when I came into our driveway, God asked me 3 questions. He said, what would you do if Elsa, which is our dog, doesn't come back? And I was like, no, I didn't have a dog growing up. It's not that big of a deal. You know, it doesn't matter. I would like her to come back, but okay if she doesn't. Like, all right. Said, what would you do if I took you home? And I was like, okay, Jesus, well, we've been homeless before, right? So you've worked it out previously, so I'm just guessing you're going to work it out this time, so it is whatever. And then he said, what would you do if I took your husband? And I was like, And I said, well, God, I've been single before, and you've kept me during this time. So then I know that you'll carry me, and if that is what your will is for me to go through, then so be it. Amen. And who would have known a month later, all those things would happen. I mean, to the point where we're at the funeral, and right after, because family is there, we're packing up the home because I could not stay there. And I ended up sleeping on my sister's couch. When I first got the news that my husband passed away, I got it like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I went to the hospital, and they were prepping him before I was able to see him. And the first thing I did was I went to the chapel, and I got on my knees, and I opened the Bible that they have laid out there, and I prayed and I worshiped. After, my sister could testify because she's right there, and I was at her house on her couch. I would wake up in the morning and spend hours in the Word and prayer and worship. At night, before I went to bed, hours, prayer, worship, and journaling. And I wrote everything that was in my heart, everything that I felt, and I fell into God. Amen. Okay? Amen. In my worst moment of my life, when I felt like my heart was ripped out, and I physically felt it. Like I had a knife in my heart. And I'm like, God, I know I can trust you. It hurts so bad.
Yes, it does. That's real talk.
But I know my only keeper, my only helper is him. So that's all I know what to do is go to him and say, well, here, Jesus, and be honest and lay me down before him and say, here I am, broken and jacked up.
Oh, Jesus.
But why could I do that?
Oh, Jesus.
Why was I able to do that? Because of the grace of God.
Yes.
She said, while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
impossible before we were even born, before we were a thought in our parents' head.
That's right.
Christ was like, oh, I got them covered.
Yes.
And not just for the beginning, for salvation. I got them covered, period. I will sanctify you. I will beautify you. I will bring you to me. I will change you and transform me into my image. That is who God is.
Yes.
And that's why.
That's who he is.
That is why I was able to go to him.
It is. Glory, 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 glory.
Hey, there's a song, and there's one song that I don't know if God does with you, he does with me. And there's a song that every time I hear it, it would be God challenging me to say yes. And so one of the songs is Shekinah Glory, and that's every time I hear it, I know God's challenging me to go higher and to do something. That is just what he does. And one thing in the song, the lady before she sings, she says, if I told you what, and this is God speaking, if I told you what I really needed, would you say yes?
Would you say yes?
And I remember every single time I'd be like, oh, Jesus, I don't know what you're going to ask for, but yes. Because I can trust you. So I don't get that, but yes. Lord, because whatever you allow me to go through, you know what you're doing. You're smart.
Yes.
You know what's up. And if you allow it, then I know I'm in good hands, so I'm good. So through everything that I've gone through every negative situation, through my own anger and insecurities and stuff that I've gone through, the pain that I've experienced, different things like that, I was able to hold on because of the grace of God. Amen. In my worst state, he gave his best.
Hallelujah.
Ephesians 2:1-10 says, I'll give you a second to get this out.
Thank you, Jesus.